Hello and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, where in which I talk about K-pop groups, members, choreographies, discographies, outfits, survival shows, concept, basically anything else that I want to talk about. I also talk about J-pop and C-pop and P-pop, T-pop, just anything that's in regards to, really I should call it, what is the Asian music industry? But my podcast is in hopes of one day answering the question, what is K-pop? Now today I actually have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. I did briefly think about maybe tripleS, Bad Villain. Bad Villain's a group who's going to be debuting under Big Planet Made in this year, but I don't actually know what I could talk about, so I think I might just do tripleS, just like literally just saying all of the members, not saying they're like going in specifics of like their subunits, because of the fact that there are some members who are in different subunits and some who aren't in any subunits at all, I think, what in one subunit. It's very, very confusing, but tripleS, yeah, I'm gonna do it. 24 members. Woo! We're gonna love it. We're gonna love it over here. I'm tired. Because you know what? It's because of autism. Like, some autistic people can't regulate their temperature, and I have always had that, and I have always been warm. I have literally always been like a warm person. Often when I was a kid, when you would comfort your children, you would put your hand over their forehead, my mum would always be like, you could cook an egg on that forehead, and I would and it's never really been something that I've really thought about, but as I kind of gotten older, I'm always half convinced that I'm ill, but no, I'm just naturally a very warm person. So then when it does start to get hot, I'm even warmer, and then apparently when it slightly dips in temperature, my dad's just like, it's freezing cold. So I'm often melting inside, and my dad's just sitting at tepid. We had a really, really hot day back in 2022, and when it went up to 42 degrees or something crazy like that, and we were on holiday at the time, and my dad went on a walk along the seafront, and me and my sister, we were sat in the bath trying to not throw up from the heat, and my mum was having an existential crisis in her bed. She was like, why am I here? Why is this holiday going horribly? And she cried herself to sleep that night. I feel so sorry for her about that, but it was one of those days where you just can't really forget it, but it was just so funny. Also really sad at the time. I really hope, I felt really kind of sad when my mum said that she cried herself to sleep that night because of the heat. Such is the way of life. Last year, it was in 2022, the really hot day. Last year, it was really wet and windy and colder than it usually is. However, it seems to be just a regular hot, boogie summer, humid summer. So I'm just going to be moaning until about September, when I'm going to probably cool down, probably chill out with the whole moaning thing. But yeah, I do apologise about moaning about the summer, but British heat is something different. It just hits different. Granted, I've never been anywhere else, so I can't really put a stake to the claim of it being any different in different places, but no. Literally, you walk out and it feels like you're walking into a soup bowl. It feels like you're trudging through heat. It's actually unbearable sometimes. Me and my sister, we often would walk home. Now, I love how this has just gone on a tangent about me and my sister, but when me and my sister would walk home, we walked out of Sainsbury's one day because we got some snacks and stuff, and we walked into my mum's car, and we were both like, this is horrible. This is bullshit. So yeah, no, that was criminal. It was criminal. It was that bad. Anyway, tripleS. tripleS, known as SSS or Social Seongyo Seoul, is a 24-member South Korean girl group under MODHAUS. The group consists of Kim Yoo-yeon, Ma-yu, Shin-woo, Kim Nak-hyun, Park So-hyun, Seo Da-hyun, Neon, Yoon Seo-yeon, Ji-yeon, Katoni, Kim Chae-yeon, Gong Yoo-bin, Lee Ji-woo, KD, Park Shi-yeon, Sulin, Lin, Jung Hae-rin, Kim Chae-won, Jung Hae-yeon, Kim Soo-min, Kwak Young-ji, Ju-bin, and so on. tripleS debuted with the first 10 members on the 13th of February 2023 with the mini-album Assemble, and they're making their OT24 debut on the 8th of May 2024 with Assemble 24. The official anniversary is the 1st of May 2022 when the first one was revealed. Now, I do just want to point out that obviously I did say they will. That's past tense, that's future tense. Future tense? I'm talking, this episode is being recorded on the 5th of May, so I don't actually know when this is going up, because, well, my plan is for today's episode that went up was, well, this is like a quiz on like, do I remember my own episodes? It wasn't TWS because that went up on Friday. It was the one I did yesterday, wasn't it? What did I do? What did I record yesterday? The Fantasy Boys. Oh yeah, because it accidentally was a video pod. Yeah, I don't know how to change that, but yeah. Honestly, like talking on like yesterday and last night, literally, I like got overheated, so like I couldn't really fall asleep. I think it must have been like 12:30 by the time I actually fell asleep last night. And then I woke up at like 5:30 and I was like, this is not cute. And then I woke up at like 6:30 and I think I was like, I'll just get my phone. And I went on my phone for like an hour and then I got up. So I was like, this is bullshit. To be fair though, most of my reactions during summertime is just this is bullshit. And like I was eating my Cocoa Pops this morning as well, and it was so annoying because somehow I missed my own mouth, so I ended up spilling like a spoonful of chocolate infused milk because I was having Cocoa Pops, and I managed to get it all down myself and like my dressing gown on the kitchen table. So I was like, oh god, I love that for me. I'm 20 years old and I can't even eat Cocoa Pops without getting it down me. And then my mum came through because she was upstairs in bed obviously, and then she came down and she was like, Sophie, what on earth is all that down here? And she thought it was blood, but I was like, no, it's just chocolate milk. So she's like, oh, I'm gonna have to wash that today, and I'm like, yes, thank you mother. I can't even eat my cereal without getting it down me. But yeah, not to worry. So the fandom name for the collective tripleS is WAV. Their official fan colour has not been announced yet, but their light stick is called Heart S, and I think it was I wasn't on Instagram, I was on Soompi, and yeah, no, it was Kiss of Life. They announced their light stick, and I enlarged the photo and I showed my dad, and I was like, this is the only light stick that I would ever consider buying, because the thing with light sticks is that they're kind of expensive, and I'm like, what point? Like, what's the point of having something that you can only really use during concerts? But even then you might not even be able to go to a concert. But I mean, if you decide to get light sticks, you do you, boo. It's just the same as like getting albums. It's like, why are you bothering to get albums when probably you don't even have a CD player to play your CDs on? Like, luckily I do have one. I got one for Christmas, so I am able to listen to the songs. But you know, it's like, I mean, if you want to support your group by buying albums, buying like light sticks, this, that, and the third, then go off, you know, like, do you. But, you know, light sticks for me has never really been something that has ever tickled my fancy. Yeah, I love how off track we're getting, and we've not even talked about one member yet, and it's already 11 minutes in. So what does tripleS actually mean? tripleS means that small s's gather to make one big S. That doesn't make sense. Okay, tripleS's concept is known as Idols of All Possibilities. tripleS is the world's first decentralized K-pop idol group. The members will rotate between the full group, subunits, and solo activities. Fans can communicate with the group and participate in their activities, such as deciding subunits through Gravity, and can collect digital photo cards called objects. With the members all having special ability S's, they will join forces and demonstrate their abilities through the dimension subunits that they will recreate every season with new concepts. And a pre-debut project was the group started being introduced to the public through a pre-debut project that began in April 2022, where each of the 24 members were revealed periodically. The group uploaded their first YouTube video on the 4th of April 2022 called tripleS Thesis. The first member, Yoon So-yeon, was revealed on the 1st of May 2022, and 7 more were revealed over the span of 4 months. And this first subunit, formed by the 8 members, was called Acid Angels from Asia, and they made their debut with the mini-album Access on the 28th of October 2022. tripleS then revealed 2 other members between November and December 2022 before announcing their official debut with 10 members in early 2023. The group revealed 4 more members from January to April 2023, while the other 10 members that made their group debut with Assemble on the 13th of February 2023. On the 5th of May 2023, Crystal Eye plus Crystal Eyes, the second subunit that was formed from the first 8-member AA sister unit, made their debut with the mini-album Aesthetic. In June, plus Crystal Eyes released their remix of their song Touch called Touch Plus, featuring the latest revealed members of tripleS who actually worked on plus Crystal Eyes' mini-album. In July, a collaboration unit between AAA and Crystal Eyes called Acid Eyes was formed, and they released a mashup single album titled Cherry Dream on the 6th of July 2023. 2 more members were also revealed in July. In August, the first subunit from the 16 members of tripleS called Love Evolution made their debut with the mini-album MODHAUS. In October, the second subunit from the 16 members of tripleS called Evolution made their debut with the mini-album Munjuk. In December, 4 more members were revealed and debuted as NXT with their digital single Just Do It. And then in January, a special ballad subunit called Aria made their debut on the 15th of January 2024 with their single album titled Structures of Sadness. The last 4 members of tripleS were revealed in April 2024, but the very last member was revealed exactly 2 years after the first tripleS video was uploaded. This reveal marked the end of the 2-year pre-debut project and led the way to tripleS's first OT24 album called Assemble 24. You know, I know that this is going to sound really stupid, and I will reveal why it sounds stupid in just a moment. This reminds me so much of Luna. Allow that to sink in for a moment. Luna, or at least like the whole verse of Luna, was made by a man called Jaden Jung. Jaden Jung is actually a member of staff, or a CEO, or CFO, or C-something-o, or like works with MODHAUS. He actually is unlikely. What it was is that he wanted to carry on Luna, well, obviously he wanted to carry on Luna. BBC, Blockberry Creative were like, you know, this is a little bit too expensive now, Jaden. Like, come on, let's push it back a little bit. Let's chill out. And Jaden, at some stage, left BBC, went to MODHAUS, and then started probably to develop something along the lines of what we now know as tripleS, and then they started with that. And what does surprise me though is that MODHAUS, like for me, in my perspective, doesn't seem like a terribly rich company enough to be able to do something like this. But I mean, I don't know the company's finances. all I can imagine is that are doing they are just with the least amount of money possible, like not going international with their promotions, potentially not filming internationally, and kind of keeping it very much closed into South Korea, because then obviously that eliminates some level of the costs. If they can, if there's like a place on, like, let's say like Jeju that looks similar to somewhere, I don't know, random place that popped into my mind just then, Sri Lanka, they're going to go with Jeju, since it's a lot less money to send people to Jeju instead of Sri Lanka to film something for tripleS. What the likelihood is that they're able to minimize costs as much as possible whilst also keeping the quality high. Is something that happens a lot in business. Obviously not with Blockberry Creative, because they were just like throw money to the wall, see what sticks. But MODHAUS really do seem like they are aware of what they're doing, and hopefully it goes well for them. I will be watching kind of in the background. MODHAUS also do have Artemis under them, which is 5 members of Luna, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5 members of Luna. And it's like a sort of concept like tripleS, in that they have a subunit called Odd Eye Circle, and one of the members of Artemis is going to debut as a soloist, I think, and another one is just chilling and vibing. I don't fully know. I should know, because I had been following. I have been sort of following what's been going on over the past like nearly year and a half. But I do want to point out the obvious, the elephant in the room. I do actually, I have so many groups I have to think about constantly, and I also do other things apart from K-pop. I know it doesn't seem like it, and I know my parents would kind of give me the bombastic side eye and be like, no you don't, Sophie, you only do K-pop. And I'm like, I know it seems like it, but I do actually go to college, and I have 2 cats, and I have a sister who's in uni, and I'm trying to run a business, and I'm doing like 20,000 million things, I feel like constantly. So unfortunately I don't actually know what's going on with Artemis. I'm so sorry, my loves. Okay, so next up on the page is, what are objects? Objects are digital photo cards that fans can collect on the Cosmo app. Fans can trade objects through the Send feature on Cosmo. These photo cards can be obtained by physical purchases or purchases through the app. Digital objects don't hold any value, kind of like NFTs, as you can have an equal chance of getting different ones. Physical objects are able to be minted into your collection by scanning them into the Cosmo app. Each object produces at least 1 Cosmo, which can be used as a token to vote in gravities. 1 Cosmo is equal to 1 vote, and you can cast multiple votes in a gravity if you wish. There are 5 different classes of object. Welcome class object WCO, 0 class object ZCO, first class object FCO, double class object DCO, and special class object SCO. What are seasons? Seasons are something that kills me a little bit inside. No, that's just weather seasons. I am a joke. I like to joke about so many different things. It's been 21 minutes. I have not even talked about a single member. Oh well. What are seasons? Seasons are a different time period between group comebacks. I just pulled a hair out. Oh lovely. Whenever a new season starts, fans can collect a brand new set of objects with new members revealed in the seasons. The seasons so far are TOM01, INARY01, REAM01, and DIVINE01. So Atom 01, Binary 01, Cream 01, and Divine 01. Once a season is passed, you can no longer buy objects from that season on Cosmo. So far, season changes have occurred on the 13th of February 2023. tripleS's OT10 group debut date, 11th of October 2023. Evolution's group debut date. So sorry. The 8th of May 2020 tripleS's OT24 debut date. So a new season is going to start soon. What is gravity? Gravity is a made-up concept to some people. Gravity is a voting system that tripleS use to decide things such as the lineup for different subunits, the stages they will perform at their showcases, and the name of their fandom and other subunits. Gravity takes place on tripleS's app Cosmo, where fans can use Cosmo to vote during Gravity. Como can be obtained through buying objects, photo cards, and one vote is equal to one Como, which means you can also cast multiple votes. Gravities are connected by a blockchain network to show full voting transparency, meaning they cannot be rigged. There have been 21 gravities held so far. Okay. This is fun. I'm fine. I'm fine. The list of tripleS's subunits. Acid Angels from Asia debuted on the 28th of October 2022, plus crystalLise debuted on the 4th of May 2023, which is my sister's birthday, as I've mentioned. Acid Eyes debuted on the 6th of July 2023. Evolution was on the 17th of August. Evolution was on the 11th of October. NTX was on the 23rd of December. Aria debuted on the 15th of January 2020. And currently there is no debut date set out for the next subunit below. So, debut chronology: AAA with 4 members debuted. Assemble, 6 more. crystalLise, no debuts. crystalLise Touch, 1 member makes a semi-debut feature. Acid Aim, no debut. Lovelution, 3 more. Evolution, 3 more. NTX, 4 more. Assemble 24, 4 more, and then a total of 24 member debuts over 10 releases. Don't I regret doing this? I might just have to actually split this up and talk about the members in a separate pod. I'm very sorry about that. I will indicate on the episode title and description saying that I'm just overviewing the whole of tripleS and then actually talking about the members at a later time. So the current house arrangement, how they've written it, I'm pretty sure you have to pronounce it in a completely different way, but I'm not even gonna try. So we're just gonna say it. Mod Forest House, Ari Ari Hawaii Room is Jung Hae-rin, Kim Chae-yeon, Katoni, Jung Ha-yeon, and then the Gongsu Room is Kim Nak-hyun and Gong Yoo-bin. And the MODHAUS House is Woo Seo Room, Yoon Seo-yeon, and Shin Yu. And the Go Ji Bang Room is just Lee Ji-woo. And the Oh Bing Soo Da Room is Kim Soo-min, Seo Da-hyun, Ji-bin, and Park Shi-on. And the Cookie House has Yoo Yeon-ji Room with Kim Yoo-jeon and Kwak Yeon-ji. The Park Gardener Room has Park So-hyun, and the Ultimate Foreigners with a Z Room has KD, Nian, Mayu, and Lin. And currently, the house that we don't know the name of, and we don't know the name of the room, it has Kim Chae-won, Sulin, Seo-ah, and Ji-yeon. And we also have archived houses. I guess I'm clicking on that too. I say it I'm salty about this when I'm the one that actually decided I'm the one that decided to do this. So all of the houses that the tripleS members have been in or are currently in is House 1, House 2, House 3, Songsu House. That's another name for it. Tokyo House 2, Yuyudo House, Namsan House, Mod Forest House, Model House, and Cookie House. I cannot believe I just said. It's just it's some of these things that I feel sometimes when I'm saying them, I feel like I'm joking or I'm actually not being serious, and I don't think I am. Sometimes I just don't think I am actually being serious, which is interesting, yeah. I'll often be talking and I'm am I actually talking about something serious, or am I like joking? Like, am I okay? Have I just completely gone off the rails? Like, I don't know. And like, I'll be like research, or at least like researching. I'm like air quotes researching, and then I'll stop myself, and I'm like, what am I doing? And I sometimes wonder, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm just sat in my parents' bed, in my parents' living room, like my family living room, talking about people who don't even know I exist, in hopes that one day I might get paid for it. But, considering how long it's taken me to get to where I am now, I don't know. It's really, really weird sometimes when I do. Like, obviously it kind of makes sense to me. Like, I've been doing this for, like, I've been online, like on social media, and like doing stuff like this since I've been able to use technology myself. And like, it's so weird. Like, it was so like having to like actually sit back and like acknowledge what I'm doing with like all of this, and like if I'm doing the right thing, and like if this is getting really existential, but like if I'm doing the right thing with working on this, and like if I'll like be okay in the end, and like what's gonna happen after, and like if all of this was kind of worth it. That just got really existential and deep. Like, I'm a little bit like, oof. Yeah, so unfortunately, like, this has only been like a general overview of tripleS. I do feel sorry that I kind of snubbed you out of that, but it is me. Yeah, I just titled it. There we go. So yeah, at some stage I will talk about the members and the units in more depth, my opinion on their work, because I do actually occasionally listen to some of these songs that I talk about, or like people's work that I talk about. Yeah, it's always a pleasure talking to you lot. Not that you respond back to me. That I don't need it. I don't need you lot to talk back to me. I don't really care. You all have lives away from this. So do I. It is always a pleasure being able to talk about what I talk about on a daily basis. And yeah, I will see you whenever I next see you. Goodbye for now.